Hello everyone and welcome on our YouTube channel. I am Baptiste, CEO and co-founder of Crisp, and right now I'm going to show you how to migrate from the previous Crisp chatbot system to the new Hugo AI product. So in this video, we're going to show the whole step about migrating to the previous chatbot to the new Hugo AI agent. Let's get down to it. So first we are going to go on app.crisp.chat. You're gonna be prompted to migrate to Hugo. So it's a manual migration process. You have to click on migrate my chatbot. And as soon as you click on this button, we're going to migrate automatically all your previous scenarios to Hugo workflows. So it's gonna work strictly the same as before. So it's what we're going to do right now. Then you're going to be prompted to provide some information about your business. So first we are going to provide an agent name. Then you're going to need to provide a business description, which you can generate with AI. So this description will help Hugo to better understand what your business is doing. So we have our description and we can continue. Now we are going to check that our workflows have been migrated from the chatbot to Hugo. So here I can see that my workflow has been migrated. It's strictly the same with a MagicReply block. Now let's go back to the playground. So the playground is a mode where you can test how Hugo works without enabling Hugo front-facing with your customers, and there is a compatibility mode, so you can either test with Hugo, with the playground, or you can test with the previous chatbot mode, which we are going to do right now. So let's send a message. Hey there. And as we can see here, it's the chatbot scenario triggering, not Hugo. If your main goal was to migrate from the previous chatbot system to Hugo and retaining exactly the same features, well, the job is done and you can stop the video right now. But if you want to explore more about Hugo, which we are going to do right now, let's continue this video and let's go to the training section. So there are different ways to train Hugo. You can provide question and answers. What you could do as well is training with files. So Hugo supports documents such as PDFs, CSV, Markdown files. You can train with web pages. So here we can see that the knowledge base has been automatically imported. We can crawl our website as well. So here, crisp.chat. So it's gonna give some context to Hugo. This way, Hugo can use those resources to answer customers. Now, once you do that, we can enable Hugo. So by default, Hugo is disabled. It's a manual process to enable Hugo. So as soon as I enable Hugo, well, Hugo gonna be user-facing. It's gonna trigger on new conversations. And it's what we're going to test right now. So let's send a message at the user. Hey there. And here, Hugo gonna answer. So we have the Hugo answer, and we can ask more. So what is Crisp? And here, the entire conversation is fully automated. Now let's switch back to app.crisp.chat, and here you can see that it's the automated inbox. So as soon as Hugo answers, it stays in the automated inbox and you don't have to be involved in this conversation. Hugo does the job. Now let's see how the escalation process works. So I'm gonna tell the user that I have an important problem and I want to be escalated. Hugo gonna understand that automatically and move this conversation to the main inbox. And now it's been escalated. And well, Hugo need your help. Your customer need your help. And now it's in the main inbox. If it's not the way you want to work, we can go back to the AI agent activation. And here we have the option to route to automated or main inbox by default. So you can select that. You can also select the channels you'd like to use. So by default, any channel is used, but you can, let's say, only enable Hugo for chat and let's say WhatsApp conversations. Another built-in feature is office hours. So you can, for instance, trigger Hugo only outside of your work schedule. So here we're going to select a time zone. I am based in Paris, so let's say select the Paris time zone. And here we can be available from Monday to Friday and be off on weekends. So it means that here Hugo gonna only be triggered outside of our work schedule. You can also provide holidays, and it works like out of the box, and it's very convenient, and you don't need to do workflows to handle that anymore. We know that workflows can be convenient for certain use cases, and it's still possible to trigger by default conversations to a workflow. It's what we're going to do right now. The only thing you have to do is to adjust a bit your workflows so it works with Hugo. So when you route to a workflow by default, just make sure that you remove the first event block, so the red block. You don't have to use event blocks anymore with Hugo workflows. So now every new conversation gonna be routed to our workflow, and here we can replace the MagicReply block with a new block which is named Answer with Hugo. So as you can see, we don't have to provide fallback blocks anymore. It's built in with Hugo. You don't have to do it anymore. Hugo is really built on advanced models, and you can also change the model you want to use. So if we go to settings here, we can see that we use the auto model, which is right now GPT 5.1, but you can use, for instance, models from Anthropic, such as Claude, Google as well. So yeah, it really brings flexibility, and we can see as well that the escalation is built in. Another feature that you can use with Hugo is you can change the escalation flow. So by default, the escalation is built in with Hugo, but what you can do as well is to create your own workflow. And this workflow gonna be triggered when Hugo escalates conversation. So here you can really create your own conditions, create follow-up blocks. It's up to you. So here we can select our custom scenario. Another thing we could do is to create like some kind of intents where Hugo gonna understand the conversation context and route to a workflow based on specific conditions. So let's say here we want a refund form, and as soon as the user wants a refund, we want to route to this workflow. So here I create a rule named refund, I route to our refund form, and here it's gonna rely on prompting, basic prompting. So just tell, well, when the user wants a refund, trigger this rule, create rule. And let's test this. Hey there. So here, default workflow was triggered. It comes from our previous activation rule. We're going to change that. We can, well, go back to the default mode, which is the answer with the AI agent, just to show you how it works. So hey there, Hugo answers, and now I would like a refund. And here Hugo gonna understand the context and route automatically to the refund form. So it's it's powerful. You don't have to manually create patterns. Hugo really understand the context and it works with any language. It really brings flexibility. Another important thing with the playground is you can see what the agent is doing. So if I ask what is crisp, I can see the knowledge being used by Hugo. So if I click here, I can see that we have a question and answer here. Hugo found a web page. So it really helps as well to improve and monitor articles being used by Hugo. And here, if I ask a refound, it routes to our refound workflow. So it's really the power of Hugo. It's you can combine really advanced AI with old-fashioned workflows. What we can do as well is creating instructions. So instructions look similar to routing rules. The main difference is instructions are here to prompt the way you want Hugo to behave. So you can ask, for instance, a screenshot when a user reports a bug. And well, now when a user reports a bug, what Hugo gonna do is just follow your instructions and ask for a screenshot. It's as simple. What we did as well is migrating the trigger feature to Hugo. So it works exactly as before, just built in on Hugo now. And another cool thing is integrations. So we have built-in integrations with Hugo, such as Shopify, Stripe. So Hugo can access to your Shopify store to get access to stores, the cart information, shipping information, and Stripe as well, for instance, to get access to invoicing and really not only give answers, but really do actions and help your users. Hugo also supports MCP servers, which is a standard for AI to integrate with any third-party system. So for instance, at Crisp, we created an MCP server so Hugo can get access to the internal Crisp invoicing system. It's very convenient. Thank you for watching this video. I know it's a lot of information, but feel free to go on help.crisp.chat and on the YouTube channel to see more content about how to use Hugo. And also you can contact our team on crisp.chat and now on hugo.ai to ask any question about how to implement Hugo. Thank you very much and wish you a great day. Bye-bye.